I wanted to get a tutorial out to y'all this week, and it's just so busy, and I've had a ton of business trips, and I leave for one tomorrow, and so I figured I would just take you along, show you what I do, kind of do it more vlog style, and show you what a business trip entails. Okay, first step is packing. I always pack way too much or way too little. I can never figure out how to get it right, but I need business clothes, I need hangout clothes, I need workout clothes. I've been wanting to go for a swim, so I want to bring my swimsuit, all sorts of stuff. Okay, for this trip, I cannot find a babysitter. Sometimes Sam comes with me and he watches the kids in the hotels while I have my meetings. Sometimes I fly out my mom and she comes with me. Sometimes I just bring a random other babysitter, but this time nobody else can come. So I'm bringing my 3-month-old son Maverick, and it's just gonna be me and him. We're driving, so that'll make it a little bit easier, I guess, maybe, so we don't have to fly, but we'll see how it goes. Driving. It is so gloomy outside. It's not raining, but I feel like it probably will soon. And yeah, we're about 2 hours into the trip, and Maverick, bless his heart, can't see him, but he has been sleeping the whole time. He is the perfect little intern. Way to go, buddy. He's got new glasses, picked them up on the drive. Do you see like these blue like streaks? I don't know, they're kind of tripping me out. It's to like help with blue light on screens and other things as well. The weird thing is my old glasses like also had that protective, I don't know what it's called, but like blue light protective, I don't know. Anyways, they had it, but they didn't like shine blue. So, I don't know, I feel like this looks really weird. I don't think you can see it when you're looking at me. I think it's just when like I have the camera on and somehow it reflects weird. But like guys, my eyes are blue. I don't know about this, but I do like the frames, so. Okay, so today's agenda. So far, everything that could have gone wrong has basically gone wrong, which is okay because roll with the punches, right? But I was supposed to leave really early this morning, and then just nothing worked out. I had to pick up some food for some clients, and the credit card stopped working. I don't know why. And then I was supposed to take my car, but that didn't work out, so then we had to switch cars. My reporting got all messed up, and then our printer wouldn't work, and I couldn't print off all of these presentations I needed for people. Like, suddenly, I felt so prepared last night before I went to bed, and then once I got up this morning, like, everything, like, started blowing up in my face. But we made it on the road, so that's good. We're driving to Little Rock. It's about a 4-hour drive. I've been making phone calls in the car of just like solidifying plans with clients, making sure they're still good to meet up, and making sure that our meetings are still set up, making sure that we're still good for our dinners and our lunches we have planned, and pretty much just like going through my entire schedule, making sure everybody's still on target. Sometimes on these business trips, they're like pretty flexible, and I feel like I have a lot of time. And other times it's back to back to back, just crazy chaos, so many meetings, so many business reviews, just so many things. This is one of those trips. So, on the docket for today, I'll arrive to Little Rock. I'm gonna try to check into the hotel right when I get there. I'm not supposed to check until 4, but I'm hoping they'll have a room available to me. I'm gonna try to pull the baby card and tell them like I have a baby and all this stuff, and I need to feed him and change him and just like get us all prepped to go to our first meeting. And I'm already running really late, so hopefully this all works out. Okay, so once we're checked into the hotel, then we're gonna hurry and run to a lunch with my manager and a few other important people and have a big business review. After that, we need to go visit a bunch of clients and share quarterly reports with them. After that, we have an important dinner planned with a district and regional manager for one of our clients, and we're gonna set up some strategic plans with them. And by the time all that's done, it'll probably be like 8:30, and I'm hoping I can sit back to the hotel because I have Maverick and he's gonna be so tired, and I'm gonna be tired. And then I have a ton of just like computer admin work that I have to get done that I'll probably spend a couple hours on in the hotel and then crash. So that's today's plan. trip when you are by yourself. First road trip essential is water. I drink 5 billion gallons of water, which typically I don't mind if I have to stop to go to the bathroom because I get to stretch my legs and, you know, that's about it. I get to stretch my legs. However, Maverick is asleep and I don't want him to get out of the car, and I've been drinking a ton of water and now I have to go to the bathroom so bad, but I'm not stopping because I do not want to wake him up. And like I said, we're running late. So I really need to stop drinking water, but it just like keeps me awake and entertained. So I just like find myself chugging, but I can't pee. So that kind of sucks. Activities I do, I talk on the phone to pretty much anybody who will answer. So that takes up a lot of time, and I use my trusty dusty, is that a word? Trusty dusty, handy dandy, I don't know. I use my AirPods. I also listen to a ton of audiobooks. Audiobooks are my jam. Right now I'm listening to The Nightingale. Honestly, I don't know who wrote it, can't remember, but it's really good, super good. And I'm also listening to The Power of Habit. So The Power of Habit is a self-help, self-development, habit building book, which is really interesting. And I like listening to fictional, fun books at the same time, and I just kind of go back and forth. And I love self-help books, but sometimes they can get a little bit dry, whereas novels are just really interesting and keep my attention. So I kind of just go back and forth, listen to a few chapters here, then a few chapters of the other one, and read them simultaneously. I also have dance parties. Guys, the semi-drivers next to me are looking at me like I'm really weird.
That's what people say. That's what people say.
I also Marco Polo because I've got to keep up with my friends. If you have ever wondered what Arkansas looks like, here you are. It's winter right now, so everything's dead, but it's so green, it's so dense, so beautiful, so lush. Pit stop. All right, little break to feed Maverick. Guys, I don't even drink coffee, but this vanilla bean frappuccino really be hitting. Okay, I just walked approximately 7,000 miles to the room. It was literally the farthest room from the desk, but we made it. So I'm literally carrying like 10 million things with all of the luggage and car seats, and I brought Maverick's swing for him to chill in, and I don't know, all the stuff. So I have so many things and my hands are clearly very full. So all these people, okay, like 2 people, ask if they can help, but they always offer to carry Maverick, which is so sweet, and I'm pretty sure they're being very kind and very helpful, and they're probably trustworthy, really great people. But I don't know you, and so I don't trust you to carry my baby, you know? Like, and I don't want to be like, no, but you can push this extremely heavy cart. So I'm like, no, I got it, which I did get it, and it was fine. But all these people are like, can I hold your baby? And it's so sweet, but I don't know. You feel me on that? I don't trust people to carry my baby. Really good. Go Maverick. Yay. Good morning. Okay, I'm getting ready for the day. We're not running late, which is awesome. Maverick slept pretty good last night. You can hear him right now. Last night, we went to dinner with one of our clients and kind of had a business review with him and set some strategic plans for this upcoming year. And guys, it was probably the hardest meeting I've ever been to. Maverick was just so over the day, and normally he's just so quiet, so happy, so smiley, just chills, and I thought he would just sleep through the whole thing, but he was so overly tired he couldn't fall asleep, and he just cried the entire meeting, and it was so rough. It was so hard. I was doing my best not to cry, and at one point I just started laughing because I'm like, I can laugh or I can cry. And I couldn't get him to stop crying. The dinner lasted over 3 hours, and I was just so anxious to get out of there and let Maverick go to sleep. And oh, you guys, it was brutal. I was like the whole time just giving myself this mantra, like, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. It was so rough. So hoping today, fingers crossed, is a lot more smooth. We've got a good night's rest, kind of. We got home super late, but hopefully now, like, we're good to go for today. Alright, I made it home and I wanted to show you a lot more of the business side of everything and show you more of meetings and give you a better look at what really happens on a business trip. But this trip was just so busy, and there was back-to-back meetings and it was crazy, and I had Maverick, which also made it hard. So I apologize that I didn't show more of the business stuff, but hopefully it kind of gave you somewhat of an idea of what I do on a business trip. Okay, here's some of the questions that I frequently get asked about when I go on business trips, so I thought I would just share the answers for all of you right here. Typically when I travel, I go for 3 to 5 days, just depending on where I'm going and how often I can go there. I like to pack as much as I can into the trip just so I don't have to go as often, and so sometimes I'm really busy and other times I have a little bit more free time. Are they fun? Do I like going on them? Yes and no. When I first started traveling a lot for work, it was a lot more exciting. It's really fun to stay in nice hotels. It's fun to get food, like travel per diem money, to eat at really fun restaurants. I love trying new places, and it's just, I like to explore, and I'm fine going off in a city I don't know by myself and just going to explore and trying out tourist things. So that was really fun. I've been doing it for so long that it's kind of lost some of the excitement, and especially after having kids, now I just really want to be at home with my babies. So yes, it's really fun. When I get to bring my family and have a little bit more free time, then it's really fun. But yeah, there's definitely pros and cons. Overall, it's a really neat experience, and if you have the experience, I say go for it, but it's something that can start to drain on you after a while. Do I go by myself? Typically, yes. I go by myself, and then the whole time I'm working with my clients and business partners and whoever, so I'm not necessarily doing everything by myself, but I travel by myself. Occasionally, maybe once a quarter, my manager or some other executive will come out and meet with clients with me or work with me or whatever the case. So sometimes I'll be with a coworker, but typically I'm on my own. Do I get nervous traveling by myself as a girl? Usually not. I'm trying to remember when I first started, maybe I did a little bit more, but typically I'm in safe areas. It's not like I'm like out alone in sketchy parts of the city by myself at night. So typically I'd say no. That being said, I carry like a taser and pepper spray with me just to be safe, but typically no, I do fine just by myself. What is my favorite thing to do when I have free time? Explore the city. If it's somewhere I haven't been before, I love to do all the tourist things. I know it's kind of cliche, but I love to see like all the fun sights. I also love to exercise, and I like to run. So I like to find really cool running trails, or sometimes there's really cool hiking. So I'll go on a fun hike, and it's just a fun way to get me motivated to exercise as well. I'll set my alarm clock super early, and I'll go find this really cool running trail and, you know, go run at sunrise. I also love food, so I love trying all the new food and just like fun places that I might not typically go on my own. I love doing it when I'm on a business trip, so those things are really fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna peace out. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope this kind of was informative and entertaining, and that's my typical business trip. So maybe I'll bring you along for some more in the future, but I'll talk to you soon, and be sure to subscribe for more business information, videography information, and entrepreneurial tips.